What is going on, everyone? I hope you're all doing well. Today, I wanted to talk to you quickly about SSD prices, which are currently at their lowest that they have ever been. And honestly, they might even go lower than what they are right now, which is pretty shocking. But first, I want to let you know about scdkey.com, which is right now offering FIFA 19. You can pick it up over there for $54, and you'll be supporting the channel in the process. And if you want to get an extra 3% at checkout, you can use my code SK01 at checkout for some additional savings. Now, as I mentioned, in this video, we're going to be talking about SSDs, which analysts had reported back in August that the prices will be dropping significantly by the year 2019, but we are already starting to see this now. So some people might be asking themselves, is now the right time to buy? Should I wait? And the answers are kind of iffy, but we can kind of take a look at the prices right now and possibly where they could go in the future. So just to back this up, I have one SSD loaded up here over on Camel. And you can see just how far, this graph really kind of puts it into perspective. As you can see, how far the prices have come down just from January of 2018, where they were selling up near $300 for 1 terabyte drives. And now they are coming down to as low as $150, which is just absolutely obscene. I have never seen prices on SSDs this low before. Usually with this particular drive, which is a SanDisk 1 terabyte SSD, which I use, and I have like 3 of them in my main system, and I use them in all of my new systems that I build on the channel. I usually have a few of these just laying around, and I'll usually use it to boot up games and be able to test them and stuff on new systems, because I was able to get a good deal on Black Friday last year. I picked them up for $199, which was, at the time, the best price I had ever seen on them, and that was a Black Friday deal, mind you. It's like a Black Friday, Cyber Monday special, $200, really good deal, and I felt really great about it at the time. I ended up buying 5 of them. So I laid out 1,000 crackers to go ahead and pick up 5 1 terabyte SSDs, but now the prices are coming down regularly to $150 because there is an oversupply of flash memory, and also the fact that so many new manufacturers are getting into the game, specifically Chinese manufacturers. So there's a lot more people producing this stuff, so there's not as much competition that is competing for it, where traditionally desktop users were kind of competing with smartphone manufacturers who were going out and buying up this stuff. Samsung and Apple specifically were going out and buying up so much of the flash that the prices for us desktop users ended up being significantly higher. But now we're seeing these prices you can see over on Amazon, and I'll have links down in the description below for a few of the SSDs that I'm going to be talking about here. But you can see like Western Digital Blue drives. These are selling for 1 terabyte drives for $150, which is crazy. And I love having SSDs in my system. I've gone from SSD-based systems over to mechanical hard drive systems, and it is just like mind-numbingly slow. I just did a build yesterday, which you're going to be seeing on the channel tomorrow, because I'm going to be featuring a new case and everything like that. And it was so slow. The system had a 256 gigabyte SSD and then a 4 terabyte mechanical drive, but it was still really slow just trying to compete with that. So we ended up going out and getting another 1 terabyte SSD because I knew how low these prices are. We ended up getting an 860 EVO, which you could see over on Amazon. These are selling for $168 right now. I paid $150 at Best Buy, which was like just really good, especially for a Samsung drive. And I mentioned the SanDisk drives, the 1 terabytes. I use these in multiple systems, so I could definitely recommend these. Those are selling for $160. The Western Digital drives as well, those are selling for $150. So even $10 cheaper than those. I personally have not used the Western Digital Blue drives, but they're Western Digital. I would have to assume they're probably pretty reliable, and they've got 4.5 stars with almost 700 reviews over on Amazon, so they're probably pretty good. 860 EVOs, I've used these before, but as far as some of the other drives here, it's a little bit more on the more expensive side, even though it's still the cheapest they've ever been. Silicon Power, those as well are selling for $150. Even some of your brick and mortar stores like Micro Center, they have inland 1 terabyte SSDs for $139. And if I didn't live an hour away from my Patterson Micro Center here in New Jersey, I would probably go and pick one of these up. But for the $10, it's probably not worth it in terms of gas and tolls on the New Jersey Garden State Parkway. So I would probably still pay $150 personally, but if you live really close to a Micro Center, these things might be worth considering picking up. Now, for the prices that they're selling it now, considering the average is, let's say, about $150 for 1,000 gigabytes, basically what that works out to is 15 cents per gigabyte, which is crazy. That's just dummy cheap. And for 15 cents a gigabyte, definitely worth it. Considering most people are lucky if they have a 256 or a 500 gigabyte SSD in their system for a boot drive, having something like this for all of your games and everything definitely can help you out a lot in terms of just the speediness of your system in general. It's not going to make your games run faster. I mean, your games aren't going to get higher frame rates as a result, but it just makes the whole system snappier, I find, when you're using SSDs primarily, especially when you have more than one just for the boot drive. But as I said, 15 cents per gigabyte on average, roughly, if you're paying $150 for a 1,000 gigabyte or 1 terabyte SSD. Analysts are saying that these could drop down to as low as 8 cents per gigabyte by 2019. So just a few months from now, we could be looking at them almost half of what they are now, which could bring them down to like $100. So I'm, hesitant. I'm so eager to go out and pick a lot of these up, but also at the same time, I'm wondering about Black Friday and Cyber Monday pricing. How low are these things going to go? And then by January 2019 or later in 2019, how low will these prices become where SSDs could almost become cheaper than mechanical hard drives, which is just crazy to think about. Because I remember, if you look back over on Camel, what these things were selling at when they came out, like a 1 terabyte drive was like $400. Sometimes, in some cases, we're over $500 for a 1 terabyte SSD. And I'm just talking about a regular SATA SSD, not even M.2 or anything like that. Just regular SSDs were super duper expensive, and now these things are fucking dummy cheap. So, I don't know, you might want to consider picking one up now, but the prices are only likely to continue dropping even further into the holidays and then through 2019. But for $150, I almost feel like you kind of can't go wrong on picking one of these up right now. So, as I said, if you want a link, I'm going to have some down in the description below for some of the recommended SSDs that I would look to pick up over on Amazon. But if you live near a Micro Center, they have some of those inland drives, which are even cheaper at $140. So definitely check those out as well. And, as things progress here, I'll definitely keep you guys up to date with a news video or something. If we see these prices come down from 15 cents per gigabyte down to possibly 8 cents per gigabyte, which is what analysts are predicting we will see in the year 2019, which is just 3 months away now. We're here in October now, just a few months away from next year. And, these prices are probably only going to get better, which is pretty friggin' awesome. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, guys. Please let me know your thoughts down in the comments below on the SSD pricing. Are you going to pick one up? Yeah, leave all your thoughts and comments down below. If you enjoyed this video or learned something new, don't forget to leave a thumbs up on it and subscribe if you're not already. And I'll catch you guys next time for another video, which will be tomorrow. It's going to be a build video. It's going to be awesome. Thumbs up that one as well. As soon as you watch it, don't even think about it. Leave a thumbs up and go about your business. Tura.